So Liz, why have we launched a yoga section here on Conscious 2?
We've launched a yoga section because we at Conscious 2 really want to make as much yoga available to as many people as possible. There are so many styles of yoga, and unfortunately the way things are is that most people seem to think of yoga as being this sort of predominantly this thing for white middle class people who are very bendy and can get their legs behind their heads on the first try, and that's not really what yoga is. So we're hoping that by offering all these different styles and different levels, from introductory yoga styles to advanced, practice for advanced practitioners, that we can get as many people into yoga as possible.
And of course, one of the hopes is that by people being able to practice at home, it can be a support to people going to classes, but it can also be a starting point for somebody who doesn't have classes locally or feels a little bit shy perhaps about going to a class, that it really is, it can meet somebody wherever they are in their practice.
Absolutely, and we do believe that there's no substitute really for being in a class with a teacher, with other people doing yoga. But in the meantime, in the real world, there's a lot of people who initially might be too shy to go into a class, because it is actually quite intimidating walking into a class for the first time. And then there's also those people who, like you say, maybe can't get to a class locally, or who are just very curious about yoga to start off with.
And can also supplement their kind of weekly practice in a class or with a teacher, that it can support them practicing in between as well.
Absolutely, and also that's another hope for offering all these different styles, is that perhaps if for whatever reason you can't practice your usual style with your usual teacher, there might be an option for you there online.
Discover something new.
Absolutely, yes. So perhaps if you're used to doing a more fast, dynamic style of yoga, perhaps you're just having a week where you don't want to do that, and actually it might be nice to do something restorative or yin or slow and alignment based. So yeah, I've got lots of different options.